I am a Jew. Those have been the words of the Jewish people for 3 millennia. Those were the words of the men, women, and children of Masada. Those were the words of the followers of Bar Kokhba. Those were the words of Jews in Granada in 1066 and the Rhineland in 1096, and Khmelnytsky from 1648 to 1657, and Kishinev in 1903, and Hebron in 1929. Those were the words of Jews in Auschwitz and Treblinka. Those were the last words of Daniel Pearl. And those are my words too. They're the words of my parents, the words of my wife, my children. Over the weekend, my people, the Jewish people, were attacked and murdered, mutilated. Our women were raped. Our children were kidnapped. This happened millions of times before to millions of Jews across history. Jew hatred exists because evil exists, because there are people who have, for literally all of human history, hated the Jews and sought to strike at them while they are weak, who have blamed the Jews for their own problems, who have crafted complex conspiracy theories about the supposed power of the Jews, who have sought to destroy, to murder, to mutilate, to rape the Jews, from Pharaoh to Haman, from Hitler to Hamas. The words of the Nazis are indistinguishable from the words of the Hamas charter. The chain of Jew hatred is unbroken. For 2 millennia, since the destruction of the last Jewish dynasty in the Holy Land of Israel, those Jew haters were ascendant. Well, no longer. That is the promise of the state of Israel. Never again. The Jews will not stand by. They will not be murdered. They will not leave their biblical homeland. They will not surrender. They will be strong and courageous, chazak ve'amatz, as Joshua said 3,000 years ago. Israel is indispensable. This weekend proved it is indispensable. Its presence is a miracle. Its strength a gift. Thank God for the state of Israel. There are people who say that anti-Zionism is not anti-Semitism. Tell that to the dead women and children in Sderot. Tell that to Hamas, who proclaim in their charter, quote, Israel will exist and will continue to exist until Islam will obliterate it, just as it obliterated others before it. There are those who say that the Israeli-Arab conflict is a cycle of violence. Only the morally blind and obtuse could ever say such a thing. Today, I'm going to show you videos. And the videos I'm going to show you are going to be ingrained on the inside of your eyelids for the rest of your life, because this is what evil looks like. So look. Today, I'm going to show you videos that will be seared into your brains. Look, because this is what moral equivalence brings. The rape of women, the kidnapping of children, the murder of hundreds of innocents, including full families. Look. For decades, we've been told that if you look evil in its face, that was somehow unsophisticated. That to pretend evil away was an act of intellectual virtue. That to cater to evil, to concede to evil, was the pathway toward a better, more peaceful world. It was a damned lie. Look. There are those out there who are proclaiming the complexity of it all. Those people are fools. They are fools, and what is worse, they are enablers of evil. They are fellow travelers. They are justifiers of the worst human rights violators on the planet. People who target civilians and hide behind them. Today, I'm going to let evil show you its face. Do not turn away. Look. This weekend, this was the worst day for Jews since the Holocaust. Do not turn away. Look it in the face. And I know that you will. I know you will, because I'm a Jew and because I'm an American. Americans love justice. Americans love the good. Americans resonate to the book of Psalms that says, hate evil, those who love the Lord. Hate evil, and fight it. Americans always have, and they always will. I know we will. I'm a Jew. Those aren't just the words of martyrs. They're the words of heroes. They're the words of Moses in front of Pharaoh, and Jonah on the boat, and Esther in front of Ahasuerus. They're the words of the Maccabees, and they are the words of the soldiers currently serving in Gaza, protecting their families, and protecting their children, and protecting their land. I am a Jew. Let me tell you what those words mean. They mean I'm a child of the people of the book, the people who brought the world Moses' message of freedom, and Jeremiah's message of justice, and Isaiah's message of hope, the people who represent the root of the values of the West, the people who preserve the tradition thousands of years old stretching back to Sinai, the people of the 10 Commandments and the splitting of the Red Sea, of the Holy Temple, and of Abraham's one God. I'm a Jew. I'm a member of a people who will not be victimized again. Israel's called up 300,000 reservists. People are volunteering in mass numbers. Flights into Israel are packed. Flights out are largely empty. 150% of volunteer numbers have been hit. Now I want to read you some texts from people I know. Brothers, sisters, friends in Israel. This from a member of my security detail in Israel, who we just left a couple of days ago. He's been called up. He's 25 years old. Quote, on my way to join my brothers in combat. And this from a close friend, a doctor from the United States, who has responded to Israel's call urgently for doctors. Quote, I couldn't sit in Florida knowing what's happening. And this from a soldier in Gaza. Quote, today our hearts beat with fear. Who among us is going to die? And who will return safe and sound? We are your messengers in battle. We fight so that you can live in peace with your children, so you can stay alive. We are your protection. Will you be one of us? We go on this dangerous mission knowing that some of us will not return, but will ascend to our next position in a storm to heaven as Eliyahu the prophet did. We go there with devotion and dedication. We ask you to be our protection through your prayers. Protect us by going beyond yourselves through spirituality and good deeds. Pray for us. Pray that you will not see another mother bury her son. Pray that you will not see our women as widows raising our children in tears. Pray that our children will grow up knowing who their fathers are. Pray that we eliminate the terrorists who aim to destroy us and that we do not harm innocent women and children. Please, we implore you, as you read this, don't just move on to the next thing you do. Say a chapter of Psalms. Awaken King David to ask the Almighty for full redemption and peace for the whole world. Take upon yourself another good deed. And please pass this on. I'm sure your prayer will make a difference. Remember, we are in this together. We are on the front lines with weapons, and you fight with us in your prayers. Every word of your prayer gives us strength, protection, and success. Every year, we Jews read on Passover in the Haggadah, which is the retelling of the Exodus from Egypt, the following words: V'hi she'amda la'avosenu v'lanu shelo echad bilvad amad aleinu l'chalosenu ela shebechol dor v'dor omdim aleinu l'chalosenu v'hakadosh baruch hu matzilenu miyadam. And it is this, the Torah, Judaism, that has stood by our ancestors and by us. For not only one enemy has risen up against us to destroy us, but in every generation they rise up to destroy us. But the Holy One, blessed be He, delivers us from their hands. And we read in Psalms 121, Hinei lo yanum v'lo yishan shomer Yisrael. Behold, the guardian of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. There's a famous song that we sing in our synagogues, at a lot of our events. And it says, our brothers, the whole house of Israel, who are in distress and captivity, whether over sea or on land, may the Omnipresent have mercy on them and remove them from distress to relief and from darkness to light and from subjugation to redemption, now speedily and close at hand. And here is that song. Acheinu kol beis Yisrael, Acheinu kol beis Yisrael, Hanasunim betzara, betzara uvashivya, Haomdim ben bayam uven bayabasha. Hamakom yerachem, yerachem alehem, v'yotziem mitzara, lirvacha, u'ma'afa leora, u'mishibu ligeula hashta, bagala uvizman kariv. I'm going to finish with one more thing that we say and that everyone should remember. The people of Israel lives. Our Father in heaven lives. God bless you. God bless the United States. God bless the state of Israel and all the people who are going to go into harm's way to protect innocent lives. And may God avenge the blood of the innocent.